back, folks, at the beautiful Shriners Parade. We're watching the Zenobia Jeepsters go by from Toledo, Ontario, or Toledo, Ohio, excuse me.
Toledo, Ontario.
I'm still
Good,
working
John.
on the Mocha group out of Ontario. Sounds like a little problem in that Jeep. You know, this is why you can't go to a used auto lot and find a Jeepster anywhere in this area.
The Shriners have them
Shriners have them all.
That's right.
In fact, I believe it's a law in Toledo that only Shriners can own Jeepsters.
That may be very well true.
Actually, since I have a cow horn in my truck and I've got the pig tie on, maybe I should be a Shriner.
No comment, John.
But actually, Forbes, you're closer dressed to a Shriner than I have ever been. The little ensemble that you're wearing today with the no shirt and the sword and the
vest.
turban is
Yes,
nice.
yes.
I like that.
Well, I thought it was
Got to be
effective.
cold though, isn't it?
Oh, just a little, yeah.
I love your pointed shoes too.
Thank
They
you.
curl up real nice like that. More of the Zenobia Jeepsters going by. Full-size Jeepsters, I might add.
That's right.
We got a little action going on the side here with the car that's gone through the parade barrier, and probably one of Port Huron's finest will be coming after him anytime
That's
now.
right.
Maybe we can get the Shriners to go after him.
Good idea.
More of the Jeepsters going by. What do we have here, Forbes, with the bagpipes?
Well, I think this is the Highlanders with Walt Smith as director.
Well, Forbes, let's see. We've got the Highlanders going by here. And what do we have coming up next here? It's like the director's staff, or more of the Highlanders. It is the director's staff. Director's staff is not actually on the parade, though, on the parade route. Empty chairs going by. More of the little cars driving around in circles. These are members of the director's staff of the Zenobia Temple. Right now we're about to see the Corvairs. Tom Moon and Fred Zaba are the directors of the Corvair Legion here. Also part of the Zenobia Temple Spring Ceremonial lineup. There's the dramatic cast. The old sounds of a parade keeping our audio crew on their feet today. Looks like these folks have all bought their cars at the same place also. Red, white, and blue Corvairs. All out of the Toledo, Ohio area. The Zenobia Temple. The dramatic cast. And there's the director. Tom Moon and Fred Saba are the directors. These look like the Crusaders with Earl Cole as their director. The strong silent type this group is. Not saying a whole lot. Must be more of their Crusaders with Earl Cole as the director. There's another older model Jeep, the flat Jeep, an old Willys. Temple Guards from the Zenobia Shrine. And the Firelands fire truck with Dave Monahan. Smile, guys.
They're coming. They're coming.
You left them behind. We got you. We got you. Say your names for the TV. The Temple Guards from Zenobia, Toledo area shrine. Well, the rain is held off. So far, we got a little bit of sun. It's partly cloudy today. Beautiful game. Beautiful day for a ball game or a parade. My co-host, Forbes Johnson, has left me briefly. I think he's trying to buy one of those small Corvettes here. Again, we've got the lineup that's not quite in the same order as the parade itself. So bear with us, and we'll try to figure out who's coming down the street. Again, part of the Zenobia group. And here comes the other commentator, Forbes Johnson, who just returned from whatever he was doing.
I saw somebody I knew.
You always see somebody you know.
I know.
You know everybody. Well, while you were going, Forbes, you missed the Corvair crew. They're full-size Corvairs, all painted red, white, and blue.
Aww. And the live elephant, I understand.
The live elephant did go by, dancing the two-step. Not quite sure who these folks are, Forbes. Looks like the drum and bugle corps from the Zenobia group.
And sure does. I didn't know you read drum.
Sure, you bet. I think in the future it would be helpful if they walked backwards so we could read the backs of their jackets.
You know, that's a good idea.
Put that down for next year's suggestions. Well, if that was the drum and bugle corps, we've missed just about half a dozen groups. Folks have taken side trips.
You did well while I was gone. Huh?
Yes, we got a lot of them through. A lot of them through.
Okay, this is the Arab Patrol.
Okay. Again, part of that large Zenobia group out of the Toledo, Ohio area.
Yes.
You know, I'm surprised those fezzes don't blow off on a day like this. They must have chin
Really?
straps.
Either that or glue.
Or staples. I saw somebody going by with a staple gun before. Here's the Zenobia chanters. I think they're all chanted out at this point.
Who's in charge of the weather?
Television and television.
Few complaints from the Toledo, Ohio area there about the weather. Of course, that is in the southern United States.
Well, actually, this is better than the 90-degree weather we had 2 days ago.
That's true. This ought to be interesting to see if they can make it around the curve without ripping the Zenobia Lancers sign apart.
Whoa, those are close.
Tiny little Corvettes.
Oh, that's something.
Got to be just a thing for that rush hour problem. Go right up the sidewalk and get to work.
That's
We got
right.
one that's having a little problem with his motor back here. That or he's got his thumb in the exhaust pipe, trying to warm his hands up. No problem with that particular car there. Good thing he's next to the Midas Buffalo shop.
That's right. He can just go and get all fixed up. Looks like we've got the clowns coming again, John.
More clowns, more clowns. In fact, that's what I said when you were coming back from visiting your friend. I was mistaken. It was Forbes Johnson coming down the street. Got to be a tough bicycle to ride on a day like this, Forbes. It looked like this might be somewhat of a hybrid bicycle, part roller skate and part unicycle, maybe.
I think so. I think it'd be a difficult bike to ride, period.
I don't know if that would be a uniskate or what that would be. or a roller cycle, I'm not sure.
Roller cycle, I like that.
They've got the horn coming up the behind of the seat and in front of the rider. Looks like the rider's having a little bit of a difficult time today.
He's just taking a break, that's all.
Could be a Charlie horse. I don't know, Forbes. We may want to call one of the medical units. He's also appears to be missing his handlebars. He's steering by blowing the horn.
It's a great horn. It's fruit in his hair, John.
That reminds me, I've not eaten lunch yet. Don't
There's
you
a-
hate when that happens? You
Oh,
get
I
the fruit
hate
that
that.
grows up in the hair.
I hate when that happens.
Of course, when your hair is as thin as yours is, Forbes, you should be thankful for the fruit.
Thanks, John.
Sorry, I had to point that out. No.
That's it. The clown says we didn't pay our heating bill. That's
Well-
what we forgot to do.
Well, what this group looks like they're going over for some cotton candy, Forbes.
I think they are.
They're having a little difficult time staying in the middle of the street. There's the craftsmen from the Zenobia Temple. Again, these gentlemen aren't singing very loud. I can't hear them over here. Well,
Bud
there's
Putman is
one.
the director of that group.
Well, Bud needs to work on them a little bit.
Tell them to
Whoops,
do-
there's one of the clowns that's a little bit behind. This other group is going to be a real challenge to our camera crew. They appear to be going in the Midas muffler. I think they heard there was free coffee in there.
I think they heard this was the end of the parade route, actually.
I think they're cutting corners at this. Got to be a cold group.
That's the Zenobia Oriental Band.
They're actually cutting themselves out of their big chance to
They're
be on
missing-
television. You know, folks, it's basic parade etiquette that you don't leave the parade before the route's over because you leave a big gap in the parade and then the commentators are left with absolutely nothing to do. Over in front of the camera, gentlemen.
Come on back.
If we can get them to come back up in front of the camera, we can get them on. I guess not.
That's funny. They
Where's
really
our-
were not aware that we were here.
Where's our Shriners that are helping us out? We might want to write down the name of that group and see that they get a
tape of this?
a good talking to after the parade here. This is a tough crowd, I guess it is. You might want to write them down and let
But
them
we
know.
got their backs, so.
We got their best sides anyway. That's their going. Here we go. As they left. You know, from behind he looks like one too.
Okay.
What do we have? Your guess is as good as mine.
We
Well,
have
there's part of the Zenobia group anyway.
we have Shriners. Is what we have. We have lots of Shriners.
Lots of Shriners. You know, I am glad that they have their group's name on the hat anyway on the fez. Here we go. Whoa!
Oh wow.
This has got to be easy to pick out from the list here. It's not the Craftsman.
It's
folks,
not on the list.
it's not on the, these are the Viking Shriners.
It's the Viking Shriners, yes.
Must be from Marysville. This must be a Marysville group. The
No, it's
Vikings.
the Saladin Shrine Temple.
Here we go. Next year, try to put that car in front so we can tell the folks what we're watching. Okay. Another big gap in the parade here, folks, as we continue along on a beautiful Saturday afternoon in downtown Port Huron at the corner of Huron Avenue and Glenwood.
That's correct. And I think we're losing it completely now, John.
I think we are.
That was the Saladin Temple anyway, and that's Clifford Ingersoll, who's the potentate. Found
Very
that.
good. You finally found that after they were
Yeah.
gone a half a mile down the road?
Yes, well, you see, I was still on Zenobia.
Well, we've left Zenobia.
We've left Zenobia.
Now we're at the Saladin Temple.
That's correct.
Okay, and this would be the parade lineup, as they say.
No, that's just what our sheet says.
Oh, okay. This would be the lineup then, probably. This looks like the Saginaw area.
That's right, and that includes Saginaw and Flint and all of that area.
Bay City?
Tri-City.
Bay
City.
City? Okay, Bay City is in there. And this just goes to just prove another part of the parade etiquette is that you get what you pay for with commentators. I'd like to thank Nancy Osborne for the opportunity to come out and totally embarrass ourselves today.
Yes, but we're having fun, John.
We are having fun.
That's
We are having
right.
fun. And remember, folks, the Shriners do good work helping crippled and burned children all over the world.
And this is the Alf Carafa Temple.
Alf Carafa?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Out of Saginaw. A couple of the gentlemen in the back have lost their jackets and look like they're suffering a little
They're
bit with the cold
a little
temperatures.
cold, yes. Somehow I think we got mixed up on our lineup there.
I think you're right. Okay, and a couple of vans on their way up to the beautiful Birchwood Mall. I don't know how they got on the parade route, but No, they are Shriners. There's a Shriner plate on the front of that one. He won't even roll his window down, this gentleman here. I don't know what's going on in there.
He honks.
Probably have hot coffee in there, though, I bet.
Oh, I bet they do.
I'll see you later.
He'll see. I don't know who he's talking to.
I don't know. All of us, I'm sure.
Good, another bagpipe band coming up here.
I do like the bagpipers.
They are great. They are great. And it's the kind of music that you can dance to or just listen when you want to calm down and be in a mellow mood. Actually appropriate for all occasions.
Sure, John. Whenever I have a romantic evening, I put on piper music.
Well, in fact, that's what your wife had mentioned too, that you like the bagpipes.
I can't win, can I?
Well, she said she had a windbag at home. I wasn't sure if she was talking about the bagpipes or if that was you.
It's a good thing you're my little brother's little brother.
That's right.
Yes,
Well,
folks,
if
this
you
is...
can't have fun doing it,
That's right.
you might as well not be here.
This is the brother I never had, and this is why.
And you're awfully glad. Well, he's checking the
look at
straightness
that.
of the bayonet there.
Boy, look at that wind blow those hats.
Good thing they do have chin straps on those particular hats, Forbes.
Ah, yes.
You know, I wouldn't want to see one of those coming out of a dark woods. Those hats look awfully like maybe bear or
Yeah, very, very much so, yeah.
Bigfoot or something like that.
It'd be scary.
Another flag corps coming up from the same group, the Elf group, the Elf Temple.
Carafa.
Elf Carafa Temple out of the Saginaw and Flint area.
It's okay, John.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in a spelling bee or something here today. The pressure's on, folks.
The pressure's on, but you're handling it
Terribly.
well. Now that's
Gentlemen have swords, so we probably ought to be real polite to them. as
real
they come.
nice.
Yeah.
Hi, gentlemen.
More of the Elf Carafas. Our drummer's kind of losing the beat towards the end of the parade route here. More of the Elf Carafa. This group out of the Saginaw, Bay City, Flint area.
right.
Michigan. So they ought to be used to this kind of weather.
That's right.
Of course, we're getting the north wind right off beautiful Lake Huron coming down Huron Avenue today.
It's very cold. Well, this is an interesting looking vehicle.
This, yeah, you know, my first car was a lot like this.
I believe that, yes.
Looks like he's got actually grass on that car. Forbes probably wears better than paint. You just mow it every week.
That's right, and I understand it's 2 camel power.
That's right. That's right. It looks good.
Here comes another one of those big swords, John.
It looks like a tough group. It's a good thing they're such good-natured individuals.
That's right. This is the Oriental Band. Richard Harris was director.
Looks like the cleanup patrol that would go after the horses, actually.
Really?
Not sure what it is they're cleaning up after the Oriental Band for, but
It's a good-looking bunch, though.
it is a fine-looking bunch. Again, it looks like these folks shop at the same men's store you've been frequenting, Forbes.
Yes, that's true, except I don't have a pig tie, but...
Very good, very good. Here comes Dazzle.
I'll bet you. You haven't said you wouldn't be there.
Yes, folks, actually, Dazzle the Clown is up here hugging our camera crew. He said he was thrown out of the parade last time for hugging the girls, and the parade before that, he was thrown out for hugging the boys, so this is an improvement anyway. So he's doing pretty well. Whoop, little problem in front of the stand here, folks. Lost a wheel, actually. Whoops, little problem here, folks. Oh, the classic cars from the Fenton Shrine Club.
Isn't that beautiful?
Beautiful Fenton, Michigan, too. And this is the Fenton Shrine Club, wearing the Fenton fezzes, I might add.
I don't even have a comment, John. I mean, I'm just utterly speechless.
Why don't you write down some of the impromptu things that we wrote down?
Oh, look, John, it is a car.
It is a green car with white siding. We got a
Actually-
frozen Shriner up here. It's the potentate himself.
These, again, are all from the Fenton Shrine Club.
What do we have here, Forbes? Looks like a awfully rowdy group again.
Can't get much rowdier than the commentators.
You know, the thing I wonder about is when the Shriners leave the parade route, if they drive home this way, too.
Well, sure. Haven't you ever seen them?
Well, that's why it's got to be so long between Shriners conventions. If they drive this way, it's got to take a long time to get back to Fenton.
That's right. Now, these are the mini cars. I think.
This gentleman has a nice bumper on his. Oh, it's a tow truck.
Ah.
Looks like the Batmobile coming up the street, Forbes.
Hey, it could be.
I wonder if it's Warren Beatty.
Or
that was Dick Tracy.
Michael
I'm sorry. Does this mean Madonna won't be with him?
No, she's got somebody new this week.
Okay. The Tin Lizzies. Here we go.
Hey. They're playing the Star Spangled Banner. We have to stand.
We have to stand up into this. Yes, folks, we need to take a break and have our audio crew be seen by doctors at this point.
A 30-car salute, I'll tell you.
That is quite a fancy vehicle behind him there, too.
That's great. That's from Davison.
From Davison, Michigan.
Yes.
I think we're going to have the medics come over and look at the audio crew. We have some bleeding ears after that group went by.
Pardon?
I don't know what happened. I think this one drove past the nuclear power plant on the way with the other dune buggies.
I think you're right.
Whoa!
Okay.
These folks are from Flint, the Oasis Shrine Club, out of Flint, Michigan. What kind of a car is that anyway, Forbes?
Blue one.
Oh, the blue one, yes. What kind of a car is that blue one? I think it does look like the Batmobile, but
It does. It looks like part that.
it looks like it may have been dropped on its head as a young car.
as a youngster.
I hope the brakes are real good. Gotta love that horn. Here we go. Let's see what kind of car is this. Once again, the audio engineers our audio engineers are dying, folks. They're dying. The blood's coming out of their ears at this point.
Oh, this is great.
This is good.
This is wonderful.
What kind of a car? I hope he's got reverse gear in that, Forbes.
It's a 917.
It looks like a 917 to me, too. I don't know. I think that was one of John DeLorean's prototypes is what that was for the early DeLoreans.
That sounds good, yes.
Looks like we're in some of the last vestiges of the parade here.
Well, I
Forbes.
think you're right here. And it really has been fun, John.
It has been a good day.
Well, it's been an excellent parade. And again, we'd like to say how much the Shriners do for people, burn children, and they do it. They do it because they want
to do it.
And they don't charge.
We're burning crippled children. A lot of good work out of these folks. You got to have fun too. It's got to be fun. This is the Orange Car Brigade. Looks like we got a tow truck coming up here too.
Wow.
A mini wrecker. Coming up here in parade formation order here. This is the Circus Park Shrine Club. Again, part of that large group out of the Flint and Toledo area.
The El Carapa,
whatever.
The El Carapa Temple.
Yes, that's right. And there they go. And wrapping up the parade today, we've got a beautiful vintage fire engine. Not sure where that's from. Little problem with one of the vehicles today, it looks like.
Well, I guess that draws an end to the 1991 Shrine Parade. And as I said before, John, this has been a lot of fun, and it's been for a good cause. So maybe we'll do it again sometime.
We'll try to do this every year. I think we should have 3,000 Shriners come in. I think, Forbes, next time we should have the Shriners stay right at your house, though. Well, no, that wouldn't be good for the hotel trade, would it?
Well, all 3,000 couldn't fit, but...
well, maybe not on just the one floor. We want to thank our technical crew here today from CPHS Channel
Absolutely.
6. Did a great job for us today.
They work well. So thank you, and we'll see you next year.
And we'll get those audio technicians to a doctor right away.
Yes.